that front, but I will later get into that a bit. Now, the larger issue is that is distracting right now from a war with Iran that will put the economy into an even deeper depression, but be a political distraction and political cover for those globalist puppets that are instituting this right as Europe implodes by design into the New World Order. We also have all over the country in the last 2 weeks police announcing they're going to get tough with protesters. They're going to shoot you with rubber bullets in the face, as there's now videos coming out. They're going to tear gas you for no reason. They're going to billy club you if you have a camera, including mainstream media. They've gone from the darlings that government said, oh, here's the park for you. Let the unions bring you some pizzas. Here's some porta potties, to go away. And that's because they thought this would be part of the Democratic Party re-election campaign 2012 as a way to rebrand the Democrats as anti-establishment. That didn't work, and so Occupy Wall Street is going to be getting a rubber bullet upside the head, their First Amendment. People are like, they're honoring the First Amendment. What's happening? Oh, Acorn is helping. George Soros is helping. Michael Moore is helping. Nancy Pelosi says they're great. Ben Bernanke says they're wonderful. Obama loves them. Goldman Sachs is loving them. Oh, they're calling for redistribution of wealth and communism to take the middle-class money and give it to the bankers. They tried to get Occupy Wall Street to go along with that. First, the Democratic Party Foundation operatives, no revolution is coming. It's important to define this. They put out the call months before it starts on this date in early October, come out. It's the corruption of Wall Street, the big banks. Knowing a bunch of people across the political spectrum would show up, then the operatives go in and don't let patriots organize anything saying no politics allowed, only collectivism. And Acorn's here to help. So, and you know, run in the fetters out, run Ron Paul supporters out. Don't talk about crony capitalism, insider elites using big government to control people. That's not allowed. So they tried to control it on record. Now it's admitted that they tried to take control of it and did to a certain extent, but it just didn't work. So now it's time for clobbering. And again, I'm against the attack on the First Amendment, and these police really are shameful across the country. People are like, wow, they're telling people, come on out, and the police are saying they're going to be there to provide you with security. It's friendly. All over the country, the word went out from the feds to their federalized local police departments that are nothing more than little prostitutes of the federal globalist Gestapo. They were, you are honored. We appreciate you. So everybody who was scared to go out and protest the last decade, watching families with babies being pepper sprayed, billy clubbed for no reason, cops spraying pepper spray in Portland and other areas, point blank in babies' faces, and laughing, and if mama don't like it, billy club in the teeth. Because the message was, you don't come out and demonstrate. You understand us? You shut up, you scum. You have no First Amendment. And they hired Delta Force. All the major papers reported in Seattle in '99 was there running airplanes full of anarchist communists that they flew in. And they were, it's all in my film, The Takeover, police admitting it. They were ordered to let them loot, and then they were housed in a government building and protected by police. This is how they do it. But now it's like, you're our friends. Obama likes you. You want higher taxes to pay it in banker bailouts? Austerity? Come on. Come on, the October Revolution. Come on, the mega banks that funded Marx and Engels and then Lenin and then Stalin. Love you. Here's your communist armband. Oh, you're not going to do what we say? Officers open fire. And the cops are like, you better believe we're ready. Because they've been taught, the cops have been taught they're a bunch of communists because the globalists have basically spoken for them. So it's a left-right paradigm example where a lot of these cops, I've heard them on talk radio, run into them on the street, they're like, I can't wait to crack the heads of these dirty commies. Because they're listening to conservative talk radio that's telling them part of the truth, that, yeah, they're collectivists, they're anti-gun. A lot of cops are actually conservative, but in a twisted way. So they're like, I'm ready to rubber bullet these hippies. I'm sick and tired of these commies want my guns. So I'll get them. They're not going to stop my deer hunting. See how that works? Meanwhile, it's a diverse group of people out there. Even if they were communists, they have their free speech, but most of them aren't. Again, it is a scientific psyop. It's like diamond cutters know how to just exactly slice off those pieces, and can do it by hand better than a machine can. The globalists know just exactly how to divide and conquer, just exactly how to control. So while all this is going on, here's the Washington Times. Police will get tough on Occupy D.C. protesters. And it's over for them. I mean, normally little kids try to protest not being able to sell lemonade and they get arrested or beat up. I mean, the D.C. police are there to let you know you're trash. I mean, they're famous for it. Officer, can you give me directions, please? Get up against the wall. Remember that case? I'm taking you to jail. Why? You don't disrespect me. Do I look like a phone book? But we're here with our family. We were here to visit the Capitol. Shut up! Okay, I mean, I've been there just videotaping the Washington Monument from 300 yards back, and security guards walk over there and go, get out of here. You need a permit. And I go, no, I've actually checked. There is no permits in this city. I was with a TV crew once with... was it C-Think? We go, the cops are coming. The cops come over and they go, you need to leave right now. I don't care if there's no law. Wearing black gloves. You do understand things are about to get real rough. Just like the private Federal Reserve goons with Aaron and Jacobson up at Kansas City. It made the Kansas City newspaper. And they're like a half mile away videotaping the Federal Reserve at a park. And Federal Reserve people show up with guns and just say, leave. And they go, but it's our First Amendment. They go, really? They put their hand on their guns. Really? Are you ready? Are you ready? This country is ours. I mean, it's all on video. Listen here, scum. You're here to lick our boots up and down all day long. And you better just get ready for that. We're going to. I mean, that's the New World Order. They're here to. You heard that guest on yesterday about his business partner is even in the Council on Foreign Relations. And he's on a train and guys in blue uniforms tucked into their boots come on and go, you will sit forward, this is routine, you will show your identifications, and if you give us one problem, you're going to jail. Do you understand, American scum? Okay, folks, I was a little bit late getting back on air there. I apologize for that because Governor Ventura called me right as I was going into the live segment. He is going to give us an exclusive breakdown on what's happened since the ruling on Friday. We need to move Max Kaiser if he can do it to 1. He always on at 12:30. I really need Kaiser on. But I asked Ventura, I said, you want 30 minutes or an hour? And he said he'd do an hour. I'm going to call him back during the break because he was still talking when I hung up because the liner was over. And I do want to go to your phone calls. So look, I've mentioned some of the news, the Iran situation, all of it. We're going to be getting to it. I want to hear from you. 800-259-9231, 1-800-259-9231. Let me ask you this question. I mean, now everything we've talked about is unfolding. It's all happening. What do you think's coming next in this whole New World Order situation? I mean, if it's already gotten this crazy, what's coming next? Criminals took over the government. They robbed all of the investments. Mega banks are openly taking houses they don't even own that aren't even in debt, totally paid for homes. That's all over the news. No one gets in trouble. They're stealing the veterans' pension funds. They're announcing they're getting ready to cut the veterans' pensions, what's left of them. It's just a totally criminal government. It's not our government. What do you think about all of this and where it's going? 800-259-9231, 1-800-259-9231. Jesse Ventura coming up. You heard him right after he'd been at that press conference. And, of course, the media distorted what he was saying. He was saying, basically, what do I have to do? Either leave the country or I have to become president to stop this? And so so now they're trying to spin it. I was just talking to him that he's unpatriotic. What's the Teddy Roosevelt quote about love your country, fear and hate your government? What did Thomas Jefferson say? That guy's pulled me a bunch of quotes about loving your country but hating your government. There's the old Irish saying that patriotism is loving your country but trying to keep your government in line, basically. It's common sense. Our country's been hijacked by criminal elements, and they're also trying to spin this. Ventura was telling me, well, he's got a bunch of breaking news. In fact, Jaron, I sent you articles a few days ago. I don't know if you had them in the stacks, but if you type in Jesse Ventura, love it or leave it, into Google News and click news or start page, whatever you want to go to, it'll bring up a bunch of articles with headlines, love it or leave it. Like in America, love the streetlights listening to you. By the way, Homeland Security is on, deputy director saying, it's great. No one will know they're being listened to. And